we're going to change the cabin air filter. So open up the glove box. You're going to see some screws. Actually, let's see, on this one there's 2 on the top. It's going to be 2 on the bottom. The 2 bottom ones, I don't know if you can see this or not, it's underneath these little plastic covers. You pull these off like so, and with a Phillips tip screwdriver, you just take the glove box out. So I'm going to screw these off. Like I said, there's 4 screws. 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top. So I'll unscrew these. Okay, so there is your cabin air filter. It's inside this cover. You flip this up like that. Pull this cover off. It's just like that. It's got 2 little tabs that go in there like that. And then this just flips down when you're done. And those are your filters here. I don't know if these have ever been changed, but it looks pretty bad so far. And yeah, they look dirty. Be careful not to get the car too dirty. These are definitely haven't been changed in a long time, so these are dirty. And then the other one, it just kind of slides in. So you slide it over to your left and pull it out. Just like that. Those are nice and dirty. So I'm going to go get the 2 new ones and we'll put them back in there. Okay, so I'm going to replace these filters, and as you can see, high quality, made in China. It's going to go in this nice Mercedes. So I'm going to put them in the same way I took them out. So I believe they go in this way. So let me show you what it looks like. It goes like this, see? You just slide it right in place. Like so. Get the first one in. And then you slide it over to the right. Like so. And then you get the second one. You slide that in there also. Just like that. Get your cover. Remember I told you about the 2 tabs? There they are. They go in there like so. And then we flip that down. And voila. Now you just reinstall the glove box and you are finished with the cabin air filter system. Rear liner out of your trunk. The battery in this vehicle is on the right rear portion of the vehicle. So basically here all you're going to do is check the connections, make sure they're clean, and they're going to have some fancy tool like what I'm holding here or something similar to it or larger, and it's going to check your starting and charging system. It's menu driven, so I'm not going to go through the whole process. I'm just going to test the battery itself. And what I want to look here first is what the cold cranking amps of the battery is, so I can enter it into my tester. Give me a second here. So I'm going to test this battery here. I'm going to enter in a figure. Usually I believe these batteries, this one's actually low. It should be at 12.6 volts. It's at 11.75, so this battery needs to be charged. I'm going to go ahead and try and test it anyways. See what happens here. And the battery, as you can see, I don't know if you can see this or not, it says good low charge. So the battery passes test. And like I said, they'll go through a cranking test to check the starter draw, and then it'll also test your alternator, see if it's charging correctly. That's basically what they're doing over at the dealership. But the important thing that I'm trying to show you here is make sure that the battery is good, because if you have any other problems, they'll usually show up. You know, like if you have an alternator problem or starting problem, it'll be obvious to you. So just make sure your battery's good. This one here needs to be charged. So okay, continuing on here, we're going to change the fuel filter now. But first, I needed some primer since we are working with fuel. I need to follow all the safety procedures that I could possibly think of. Don't forget, you're going to be underneath the vehicle. I recommend safety glasses. Cheers to all those do-it-yourselfers. I have the vehicle jacked up here. I have my floor jack there, and I have a safety stand just for safety purposes, of course. And this is on the driver's side rear. What you're going to do is you're going to remove, let me get under here, this plastic cover. It's being held on there by 4 10mm plastic nuts. So it's going to be 2 on each side. Get this off. That, and it's going to be, these are on the front side. And the last one right here. Now this filter should be changed every 60,000 miles, according to the Mercedes. So this vehicle has, I believe, 129,000 miles on it. So I'm going to pull the cover off. Okay. And what you see here is the filter that we want to change is right there. And it looks like spiders have made their home in there. So I hope you're not afraid of itty bitty spiders. I'm gonna change this real quick. Take these clamps off. 2 of these are Phillips. It looks like the one on the back here is a straight edge. Don't know why they mixed it up, but they did. So you take these clamps off, or at least loosen them up. This is the last part, and then you're pretty much done with the B service on this. But like I said, this is only at 60,000 miles, so if you're somewhere in between, you don't have to mess with this part. So I'm going to finish taking this off, loosen this clamp, holds the can in place. Screw, and then be careful, there's probably pressure, so make sure you have your safety glasses on. This one's really okay. I got the hoses off. I recommend you get some plugs like this, or find anything that you can plug these lines off. This car has a full gas tank, so I had a lot of gas coming out of here. And once again, I cannot stress enough, wear your safety glasses. This system is under pressure, so when you disconnect that first hose, you are going to get fuel everywhere. So there's your can. Take your new filter right here, and you're just going to reverse the process. Just put it back on like that, and this is the one I'm talking about. That it's got a lot of fuel that comes out, so I just kind of like get ready. Hopefully I won't mess up my camera. Here goes. Got it on there like that. You're gonna get some gasoline on you, so I guess that just can't be helped when you do it on the ground. Okay, now I'm going to put it into position. See, here's the clamp that it goes in. It goes in like that. And I'll tighten these clamps after I have the filter in its proper spot. I'm going to go ahead and remove this other plug here. And this one. Put that in there. This one's just a push on. And this one, hopefully no fuel will come out. And we're good. Goes on there like that. And turn this here. Just a little bit more. Still a little bit too tight. Just like that. There. So now we going to put our clamps where we want them. It's easy to access. Turn this one over this way. Slide that one over that way. The filter's going to sit just in there, like so. This is the bolt that holds the clamp together for the filter. We're going to stick that on there if I can see what I'm doing. This part here, just take your time. I mean, if you're rushing, you don't want to mess nothing up here. You don't want to strip none of these screws, which is easy to do. Just take your time. And just kind of screw this back in its spot. Just like that. Make sure it's nothing's binding. Looking good. And I just screw this nicely in place. Hopefully this is coming out of my camera. Alright, actually. And now we'll tighten the clamps. We're just about finished here. Totally painless. Then I can go back to my drinking. There's that one. This is, I don't know why they have a flat tip one here, but oh well. Okay, that's that one. One more clamp and we are just about done here. Once again, easy money. Tools out of the way. Get that out of the way. And now we put our cover back on. Just tighten this back up. These are plastic nuts, so just snug. As soon as they bottom out, give them like a little tug afterwards, and that's it. You don't want to strip these. Just like that. Don't have to be very tight at all. And there you go. There's your 60,000 mile fuel filter installed. For those of you who don't have air, I have to do it by hand. Stuck. Hold on, I'm gonna have to. A while since the wheels have been off, huh? Mm-hmm. And there's plenty here. It looks like it's about 50% right there. This is the little sensor, and what it'll do is when the lining wears down, it will activate a light in the vehicle to tell you that your brakes are low. So basically at the dealer they're going to remove all four wheels, visually look at your brakes, they're going to look at your disc rotor, make sure it's not cracked or anything. This one here is showing some wear, but that's normal for these things. So I'm going to go ahead and put this wheel back on, and what you're going to do is you're going to repeat this process all the way around. Make sure that you do have brake material, like I said. And that's pretty much it with the brake inspection. Okay, once you're done changing the oil, you're going to have to reset your reminder. So you take your ignition key and place it into the number 2 position. You'll see your instrument lights come on. And then you're going to menu up to where it says your service that was needed, which in this particular case is service B. Now on the right hand side here, your reset button. You hold that reset button down and it's going to ask you if you want to confirm. Then confirm by pressing R. And there it is. So it's reset. That's all there's to it.